Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Architecture Herald podcast. Today we have Miss Trupti Doshi. Trupti Doshi is an award-winning architect developer from Mumbai, principal architect and co-founder of AUROMA Architecture, headquartered in Pondicherry, Auroville, one of India's leading voices in sustainability. She is India's youngest architect to be recognized by the United Nations. Her work was displayed at the iconic Red Fort as part of India's at 75 national celebrations. A national and national TED speaker, her talk, Can a Building Be a Person?, received a standing ovation in Greece. She has represented India at the World Youth Congress in Washington, D.C. She is internationally awarded for designing India's first House of Tomorrow. Welcome, Trupti, to the podcast.
Thank you, Abhishek, for having me.
So, Trupti, can you talk about your formative years before you started your own practice?
Interestingly, I started my own practice while I was still in architecture school at the age of 19 in Mumbai. So I was very clear that this was my path right from a very young age. And there was this beautiful bungalow designed by Nari Gandhi right opposite my house at the Rock Beach in Versova in Mumbai. And I had seen that bungalow as a kid. And it was fascinating to see the way the arches were just holding themselves up in space. Those of you who have seen that bungalow at Versova will know what I'm talking about. And that, along with the fact that my maternal grand uncle was the architect of Mahatma Gandhi's Rajghat in New Delhi. And he was invited by Nehru to design the Rajghat. And there was such a fascinating story over there as to how he designed the Rajghat as a true representation of Gandhi himself. So there were lots of such incidences during my childhood which propelled me, or rather magnetized me towards the field of architecture. So I was very clear I wanted to be an architect from a very young age. And I think at the age of 19, while I was in my second year of architecture school, I started my own practice and I designed a Montessori school in Mumbai.
Very interesting to know that, Trupti. So I'm sure when you started your own practice, you would be mentally prepared for a lot of the challenges that the architect has to face. But tell me some of the challenges that surprised you totally.
Well, interestingly, we were not taught sustainability in college. And when I graduated in 2001 at the turn of the millennium, sustainability was a word which was not heard. So I was very clear that I did not want to be part of the conventional cubic meter of concrete pouring kind of architecture. I wanted to completely chalk out a different path for myself. I wanted to create conscious living. I wanted to create ecologically sensitive design. I wanted to create spaces which connect people with nature, which connect people with themselves, form greater and stronger bonds with communities. So I wanted architecture to be a vehicle for social change and for individual health and well-being. So that was not the kind of architecture that unfortunately I saw in my hometown in Mumbai, because it was more about how many cubic meters of concrete are we pouring every day. And hence the whole field, I would say the universe of sustainability was something that I had to learn right from scratch. So that has been a very interesting, I wouldn't call it a journey, it's been an adventure.